Welcome to the start of the second half of the season in Game Week 20 of the Marble Race Premier League. 10 massive games today and some real biggies in here this week as well. We've got Tottenham versus Newcastle, Aston Villa versus Leicester City, Bournemouth versus Everton, Crystal Palace versus Chelsea, Manchester City versus West Ham, Southampton versus Brentford, Brighton versus Arsenal, Fulham versus Ipswich Town, Liverpool versus Manchester United, and Wolves versus Nottingham Forest. At the end of Game Week 19, the halfway point of the season, it was Chelsea who were 2 points clear at the top of ahead of Liverpool, with Aston Villa a further 3 points behind and Arsenal a further 2 points behind. At the bottom of the table, Newcastle, the surprise team, down there in 17th place, the 9 marble team in 17th place, just 4 points clear of the relegation zone, with Ipswich on 16, Southampton on 16, and Bournemouth bottom of the table on 13 and below them. Without further ado, let's crack on with Game Week 20. Match 1 of Game Week 20 sees Tottenham versus Newcastle. Both these teams underperformed in the first half of the season. Newcastle especially, who are currently just 1 place outside the relegation zone, 4 points clear, but just 1 place out for a 9 marble team. Shocking. Tottenham, also a 9 marble team, doing a bit better. A win here would get them up to about 7th, I believe, which, considering how poor they've been across the season, is pretty decent for just after the halfway point of the season, after what was a pretty atrocious first half of the season for them. Anyway, who will win this one? Can Newcastle start the second half of the season any better than their first half? Only 6 wins in their 19 games for the first half of the season with Newcastle, and 7 wins for Tottenham, but Tottenham lost 4 less games, so a few more points there from the draws for them. But anyway, Tottenham leading the way here again. Will Newcastle's form turn around in the second half of the season? It has to turn around at some point. There's no way a 9 marble team can be this low in the league by the end of the season, surely. That would be really a massive underperformance, I should say, for a team of 9 marbles. But again, they struggle to get a goal in here again. And who's going to get the first goal? Neither team want to score. This is an almighty battle. Everyone's missing the green zone repeatedly. No one's hitting it. Newcastle are in. The 10-second countdown begins. Can Newcastle black one? It's 2-0 Newcastle. There's still time for them to gross up, guys. It's 2-1 Newcastle. Are they going to get this across the line? They are indeed. A Newcastle victory. Wow, that's unexpected considering how bad they've been. This one finishes Tottenham 1, Newcastle United 2. Match 2 of Game Week 20 sees Aston Villa at home to Leicester. Villa with back-to-back defeats, I believe. Currently 5 points off Chelsea at the top, 3 points off Liverpool in second. Leicester now in that final place above the relegation in 17th after Newcastle's surprise win at Tottenham in the first match this week. A win here for Leicester City will see them a whole 7 points clear of the relegation zone and really put the bottom three under massive pressure. A win for Villa, however, would put them back within 2 points of the leaders, albeit Chelsea have not played yet, nor have Liverpool above them, or indeed anybody else in the top 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th places right now. But a win here would put some pressure on those teams afterwards. So we'll see if Villa can get back to winning ways here, which they need to do. They cannot really afford another defeat here, because you would assume Chelsea or Liverpool will probably get a win here. And as we move into the final, I'll say the final, we've got half the games left, but there's still a long way to go yet. But they still do not really dropping too many points at this point. They want to be keeping the pressure on other teams. Leicester trying to get a marble down here. Can they sneak a late equaliser here? They're going to try. Oh, it was so close, but not quite in time. This one finishes Aston Villa 1, Leicester City 0. Match 3 of Game Week 20 is a big one here for Bournemouth. It's Bournemouth at home to Everton. Bournemouth currently 7 points adrift of the safety zone. They're bottom of the league by 3 points. Had a pretty woeful season at the start, which has caused them all sorts of issues. Had a brief spell of 3 wins in a row, followed by, unfortunately, I think it was 3 losses in a row. And they haven't won since that 3-game winning run. And they desperately need a win here against an Everton team who, in the Marble Race Premier League, have definitely lost form recently. I know a lot of you guys, when you hear my commentary on this, think it's relating to the real life form. It's not. It's the Marble Race Premier League form. And Everton's form recently on this game in this league has not been great. They've not won for quite a while now, and they are slipping down the table. They are now about mid-table, but they were in the top 5 for quite a while. And Bournemouth have got an early goal in here. It's 1-0. Can Bournemouth get a surprise victory? Consider how poor they're. It's 2-0 Bournemouth. Is this the start of their comeback in the second half of the season? It may well be. There's a victory for them here. This one finishes Bournemouth 2, Everton 0. Bournemouth climb their way back up to just 4 points away from the safety zone. Everton, another defeat for them. It's going to see them probably drop a little bit closer to the relegation zone by the end of this game week. Match 4 of Game Week 20 sees Crystal Palace at home to Chelsea. Palace currently 5th bottom in the league, 6 points away from the relegation zone right now. Chelsea currently 2 points clear at the top of the league. A victory here would put them 5 points clear again, but Liverpool have not yet played this week, and Liverpool, I'm not sure who Liverpool are playing this week actually at the moment. I will have to confirm that later on. But anyway, Chelsea need a win here to get themselves 5 points clear, keeping that pressure on Liverpool below them to try and march on onwards. I think Liverpool got Man United, I believe, actually. Tough game for them. 9 marble team Man United versus 11 marble team Liverpool. But Chelsea here dominating this course early on. This guy's got no pressure on him at all. A clear run for Chelsea. Will that be enough, or can this Palace marble get an equaliser? Because there's no other Palace marbles anywhere in sight at the moment. This could be a 1-0, and it's going to be 2-0 Chelsea. Another very solid victory for Chelsea here. Puts them 5 points clear before Liverpool play. This one finishes Crystal Palace 0, Chelsea 2. Match 5 of Game Week 20 sees Man City at home to West Ham. 2 form teams currently in the Marble Race Premier League. Man City unbeaten in the last 6, 3 wins, 3 draws for them. West Ham with 4 wins in the last 5 and narrowly defeated by Liverpool last week, losing that one by just 1-0. So 2 form teams here. Obviously Man City, an 11 marble team, one of the kind of the big teams in this league who should be up amongst the top 3 or 4 competing for the title. West Ham, 7 marble team, kind of your mid-table team. At the moment, both teams are currently doing reasonably well. West Ham had a poor start to the season. Their 4 wins out of the last 5 games has got them currently 7 points clear of the relegation zone. And this could go and Man City's marble there has helped the West Ham marble through. And this could be 1-1, but there's West Ham marbles here. This could be an upset here for Man City. It's 2-1. It's 3-1 West Ham. It's going to end that way. This is an almighty shock for Man City fans. This one finishes Manchester City 1, West Ham 3. Great win for the Hammers. Match 6 of Game Week 20 sees relegation threatened Southampton at home to Brentford. High-flying Brentford at the moment, currently 6th in the league. A win here would put them up to 5th. Or Wolves above them have not yet played. Southampton, if they could win here, they would put them up to 3rd bottom and just 1 point away from safety if they could manage to squeeze out that victory in this week. But we shall see if they can manage to do that. They need to start closing that gap up. So at the moment, 4 points. The bottom 3 now currently are all 4 points adrift of Leicester. Bottom 3 of Ipswich, Southampton and Bournemouth are all currently 3 points adrift of Leicester in 17th spot. Leicester have played this week. Southampton obviously now playing Ipswich Town, who are currently 1 place above Southampton, yet to play as well this week. So winning for Southampton would be a massive one, would put them within the point of safety if they can manage it. But at the moment, this Brentford marble has got a lot of free space. There's a Southampton one now coming down. If this Brentford one can clear the path, though, it's going to leave the Southampton marble not very long to get down itself. Will it get a clear run? It could do. It could do. It's through. Southampton are going to have to get this one clear within 2 runs at worst, or it's not going to make it down the course. It might be curtains already. This might be a narrow little 1-0 victory here for Brentford. I think it's going to be. It is indeed. This one finishes Southampton 0, Brentford 1. Poor home defeat again for Southampton. Match 7 of Game Week 20 sees Brighton at home to Arsenal. Both these teams out of form with just 1 win in their last 5 games for both of these teams at the moment. Not great for either of them. A winner for Arsenal, however, would put them within 7 points of Chelsea. Currently 10 points adrift, but this game in hand could close the gap back up to 7 points. So still a reasonable distance away from them, but they have been dropping some pretty poor points against some lower marble teams. There's a lot of blockages on the way down here. Both those marbles beautifully fell through the gap there. If either of these can get a clear run to the bottom of the course here, it's going to put a lot of pressure on any Brighton marbles that may come down. Can either of these get the momentum they need to get across the line? No, they've both died off. I thought that might just hit the corner and make it. This one's surely got momentum. How has that one not made it? Arsenal marbles, they're getting really messed up with the very final hurdle here. And there's so many of them here. Surely we're going to get a goal in it. There goes 1. It's 2-0 Arsenal. It's 3-0 Arsenal. This is more like it from the 11 marble Arsenal. 3-0 Arsenal. Is it going to end that way? Yes, it is. This one finishes Brighton 0, Arsenal 3. Good win for Arsenal, and they move within 7 points of Chelsea, but stay in 4th for now. Match 8 of Game Week 20 sees Fulham at home to Ipswich Town. Fulham with a win here could go up to potentially 6th. They win by 2 clear goals. Ipswich could get themselves within 1 point of safety with victory here and move themselves 3 points clear of Bournemouth in 19th and Southampton in 20th as well at the same time. Ipswich's goal difference is much better than Bournemouth and Southampton's, but worse than Leicester's, so a win here would be really good for them. Fulham with an early marble down here, but no, there's a lot of Ipswich marbles breaking through here. An early one here for Ipswich could be difficult for Fulham, so I believe the next marble in 9 coming down as well, also Ipswich marble. Any momentum here for Ipswich would be really good for them, possibly getting an upset. Not yet, they haven't. Where are the Fulham marbles? They're nowhere to be seen. Will either of these two help each other across? No, they won't. This is going to be a narrow victory possibly here. There's Ipswich across the line. Fulham cannot get any momentum on any marbles here. This is chaotic. It's 1-1 somehow. It's 2-1 Ipswich. Could be a massive win here for them for here. It could be. It's going to be. This one does indeed finish. Fulham 1, Ipswich Town 2. Ipswich now move within 1 point of safety. Match 9 of Game Week 20 is a big one. It's Liverpool at home to Man United. Liverpool currently 2nd in the league, needing a win here to get themselves back within 2 points of Chelsea at the top, while Man United currently languishing just below mid-table, A win here would get them up into about 10th, I believe, but a defeat here would drop them down below Everton on goal difference, which is, let's be honest, pretty poor indeed for them. But at the moment now, with Ipswich's win in the previous game, if Man United don't win this one, they're only 5 points off the relegation zone, which again, for a 9 marble team is pretty shocking. Let's be honest, their real life form is also pretty poor, so their form in the Marble Race Premier League is pretty much mirroring their real life form at the moment, which is quite bizarre. But there we go. Anyway, these two marbles both have a chance. Will either of them cross the line? The Liverpool one puts pressure on these Man United marbles. That one's not made it. This one's not going to make it either. One of these is going to have to cross. That one's going to cross. That one's not. Is there time for a one more? No! Dropped points for Liverpool here. This one finishes Liverpool 1, Man United 1. Liverpool now drop points on Chelsea and are now 4 points adrift in second. Match 10 of Game Week 20 sees Wolves at home to Forest. Wolves flying high in the Marble Race Premier League, currently 6th. A win here would put them back into the top 5, while Forest are currently sitting in 15th place in the league, 4 points off relegation zone, but a win here would put them right up to about 11th or 12th, I believe. So they could really make some ground on the things. They can get ahead of Tottenham, which I believe are about 10th. So they can really move up towards mid-table, a very safe mid-table here if they can get a win here away at Wolves. We'll see how this one goes though. A lot of Forest marbles down here already. If any of these can get some momentum, there's only one Wolves marble anywhere near these guys. This one's going to just lose momentum. This one looks like it's going to be the same. It is. Have any of these got the pace to get through? One has. We've got a Forest marble through. Is that going to be enough for a narrow victory? Oh, that one bounced off the Wolves marble. It's 2-0 Forest. This could be an awesome win for Forest here. It's going to be, by the look of it, it is indeed. Is it going to be 3? Not quite. This one finishes Wolves 0, Forest 2. Forest move up to about 10th. So at the end of Game Week 20, it's Chelsea who extend their lead by a further point over Liverpool. Chelsea, obviously, they're beating Crystal Palace 2-0, while Man United surprisingly held Liverpool 1-1. Villa closed the gap a little bit on Liverpool as well after their 1-0 win over Leicester, while Arsenal's win again keeps them in the hunt. They're still 7 points behind, but they're still there ready to pounce should Chelsea drop any points. At the bottom of the table, Leicester are now just 1 point clear of the relegation zone. Newcastle's win pushes them further clear. Ipswich are now just 1 point behind Leicester in 18th place, while wins for Bournemouth as well, a win for Bournemouth even as well, has pushed them off the bottom, with Southampton replacing them in 20th. Anyway guys, if you enjoyed this one, please make sure you smash like on the video. Please hit subscribe to follow the rest of this season, which I've said before, we'll be going right through to May. Please as well, there are shorts videos for each of the individual games that come out as well as part of this kind of video set. Please do support them as well if you could do, and smash like on them. That would be amazing and really helpful if you could. And until next time guys, thanks for watching this one. See you very soon for Game Week 20. Cheers all, bye!